The concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Bruce Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans offense will have the first possession of the game. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State, and the Wolverines applied a little extra sting winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the gloating from their in-state rival. They're looking to flip the script today.
Lots of room to run. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Hey, a lot of coaches talk about, let's set the tone early. Let's come out and assert our style. I like it. Let's just come out and fling it and make a big play and make this defense know we're ready to get this thing rolling.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Spartans line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So Michigan's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Jordan Marshall. What a performance he had in their last game, putting up more than 300 yards on the ground. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Again, it's Underwood. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Nice nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Might as well give it to him again. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Marshall. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Finds his tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They're going to run it. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Underwood to throw. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On the option. Now the pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Wolverines will come to the line to convert on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Looking for space, it's Patterson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Got it in the middle, it's Buchanan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. With the catch, it's Marshall. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Making side adjustments here. Throwing, Underwood. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
3rd and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Inside the 15. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. He's got it. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got a man. It's Marshall. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the run. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
They had a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Underwood. Fires to the right. He's got it. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Touchdown, Wolverines! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the 2nd half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Oregon Ducks.
The Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. One of the things he pointed out to his team is the rivalry has to mean more to them here in the second half. They've gotten out to a great start. At home, they're able to ride the momentum of this crowd. But as you know, everything gets more heated, more intense in these big rivalry moments, and they want to meet the moment. I'll keep you posted on what that energy feels like down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He now has 79 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Right back to the well. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean,
there's some room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. You just hope this isn't serious. He's run himself right into the Heisman Trophy race at this point in the season. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pressure coming. Buying some time. The quarterback gets the first down. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He might want another play. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Here's Underwood to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that one's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They'll run play action. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. Oh, he's got some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Spartans come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. On the move, it's Patterson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along, and they really need to make something happen.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off play action on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. This game is a virtual wrap as we take a look at the top 12 scoreboard for Week 10. But hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So here comes the Michigan offense. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Ready to fire from the pistol. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for room. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to...
Makes a grab and room to run. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know...
He's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much in the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting. Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Running inside, it's Patterson. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. After losing track of the play clock, better keep an eye on it this time. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, David.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Rhys Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.